All right, hockey fans, we are back. So, the building the Red Wings didn't seem to work. We tried, we gave it our all. We won the Bedard sweepstakes. 8 years, 3 playoff appearances, 2 first-round exits, 1 second-round exit. That just wasn't the move. Now, I actually want to do something that you don't see on YouTube very often. And the team we're going to take over is the Arizona Coyotes. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. That's even a worse trek than the Red Wings. We're not doing it. I'm not taking over the Arizona Coyotes as is. We are going to do something a little different here. Now, I haven't posted one of these on YouTube. What we're going to go ahead and do, owner mode returning off. CPU trades are on, player morale is off, salary cap is staying on, head coach edit lines is off. But the fantasy draft, I don't see many of these on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and run a fantasy draft franchise mode with the Arizona Coyotes. The abysmal franchise mode of the Arizona Coyotes. We're going to get us out of the college stadium. We're going to make some money. We're going to win some cups. We're going to make it happen here in Arizona. We're going to give something. We're going to give the people in the desert something to cheer about. Now, rules and settings. I think what we're going to do, since we're doing a fantasy draft, what we're going to go ahead and do, let's just take a look under quick settings. We're going to leave injuries on. I do think realism with injuries on is a big deal. Fantasy draft on, authentic cap penalties, I'm going to turn off because no player trades, like we're not, buyout penalties, nothing like that applies to teams here because it's just free picks from everybody. So we're going to turn authentic cap penalties on so that everyone is on a clean playing field. 25 is good with me. Auto save, we're going to turn off. Draft pick ownership, we're going to classic because I don't want teams losing picks for players that they don't have. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want Vancouver losing that first-round pick and they don't have Philip Hronek. I don't want that kind of stuff happening. Trade difficulty, we're leaving on medium. Waivers, we're going to leave on. That's fine. Let's see. Anything else here? Auto scouting, we're going to toss on both. Auto staff management on off. Okay, now we need to head over to advanced setting because I know there's something I want to change here. We're going to do fully healed on both of these guys as well. Dimension scoring, we're going to leave on medium. Shot frequency, we're going to leave on medium. But just for fun, we're going to turn draft class quality on high and generated prospect quality on high. Auto rotate goalies, we can go ahead and leave on. Everything else here looks good to me. Yeah, I'm all good with all of that. Now, we do need to adjust the sliders because injuries are insane in this game. So let's go ahead and injury occurrence, we're taking down to 15 for both human and CP. So it should be even throughout the league, but it's just not going to be, I mean, we're not going to have every single player on our roster missing 10 to 15 to 20 games a year. So we're going to go ahead and do it like that because that also makes it funky on waivers. When you get 6 injured players all at once, it just makes it hard. So I think this is what we're going to run with for episode 1. Now, I am going to pull up a random number generator on the screen. Let's see. Random generator number. Okay. So, what we're going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to pull this up on the screen. And we are going to go ahead and all we're going to do is we're going to get a random number 1 through 10. And that's how many times we're going to randomize where the draft pick lands us. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull up that random number generator really quick and we'll be right back. All right, so we are back here. Now I've got the random number generator hidden really quick until we get to that screen. I'm going to keep the salary cap on. Now, let's go ahead and what we've got here. Let's see. So, got to pull this screen up real quick. All right, so we got our draft here. Now, right now, we're dead last. But what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to pull up this random number generator. And we're going to go ahead and we are just going to generate one number. We got 2, so we're going to randomize it 2 times right here in this randomize. We're going to randomize it 2 times. And whatever it lands on is what we're taking. So randomize. It gave us number 1. Okay. And then second time, it gives us number 4. So we have the 4th overall pick. So we do have a decent pick to start it out. So we're going to get one of those studs for the rest of our career. All right, let's go ahead and start this draft. We're going to go ahead and hop right into this. So, honestly, no clue what we're working with here. Now, I think my camera froze. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Properties, deactivate, activate. Oh, what happened? Okay, give me 1 second to figure this out, and we will be right back. Okay. I think we got it all figured out. Looks good to me. All right. So, we got McDavid, Matthews, and McCarr taken. That's okay. I mean, those are probably definitely the first 3 picks in anybody's franchise draft. But we still have some top tier players here that we can grab from. Now, honestly, all of these guys are on pretty decent contracts. What I do have to look out for, and what I've always looked out for, is so someone like McKinnon and Pasternak, they're at 6 mil. I'm not going to count them at 6 mil in our salary. I'm going to count them at about 10 or 11 mil, because as soon as their contract is over, we have, like, after 1 year, we have to re-sign them to a contract like Panarin's. So we're not gonna grab up, or we're not gonna count them as cheap players like that. But I do think grabbing someone like Draisaitl, Pasternak, Rantanen, even McKinnon would be a great option. Now, to me, Draisaitl looks like the clear-cut option here. We got 3 years at 8.5. We got max X factors. We got a bona fide goal scorer on our top line here. The only thing I do want to look at, I mean, goalies. I have definitely seen that goalies don't matter all that much. Someone like Ottinger would be great to grab up. He's young. He's the guy of the future. But I think we focus on our top 2 lines. I mean, getting like an 85 goalie, if you have those top 2 lines on forward and defense set, you can work with an 84, 85 as your starter. So we're going to go ahead and go Leon Draisaitl as our first pick. I think that's a solid first pick. He's got that franchise tag. So I think we're good there. Now, let's see. So we've definitely got some room to work here. Now, let's go ahead and make pick here. Okay, so a lot of the younger guys are already getting picked up. But someone like Gaudreau, I think he's got playmaker. Yeah, he's playmaker. You toss him alongside of Leon Draisaitl, and you've got, like, obviously Gaudreau isn't the playmaker that Connor McDavid is, but you have decent options there still. Now, we do have some top tier goalies here. We got Linus Ullmark, we got UC Staros, Ottinger still. I mean, those are really good pickups. But I mean, I could work with like a Carter Hart. I could easily work with a Carter Hart. I could probably grab him up next pick. Let's see what we got available for defensemen. Now, defensemen, we're starting to get in that range of it's really dropping off. But like Shabbat would be a good guy to put on that first pairing. I would like a stud guy, though, like a Dougie Hamilton or like a Morgan Riley. Would even feel more like a stud to me than a Thomas Shabbat. So personally, I mean, what's available for skaters? I mean, the Gaudreau is still there. Let's see. Is there any way to just look for playmakers? I don't think so. We already have our center in Draisaitl, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we have our center in Draisaitl. Does he have good? Yeah, he's got 85 faceoffs, so we're definitely good there. So realistically, I don't want to make any mistakes here. I think not Huberdeau. I mean, he is a playmaker, but not Huberdeau. I think that Gaudreau is our best pick. We're locking him in at 9.7 for the rest of his career. I think he's our best pick here. He's got great playmaking skills. He can still shoot. He's going to be great on that wing with Draisaitl. So I think we go Gaudreau here. I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. Now, we have a close pick, so that's why I didn't pick a defenseman. I would have expected Gaudreau to go, like, within those couple picks, but I know we can still get a top-tier defenseman. So, I'm not going Erik Karlsson. He's way too much money. But Morgan Riley is still on the board. 8 years at 7.5 for a top-tier defenseman is pretty good. So I think we go Morgan Riley. And then next pick, I think, is where we'll look at who's available, but I think Morgan Riley is probably our best option there. We're going to go ahead, and Frederik Andersen just got picked, so we still got some goalies available. Let's see. Anybody of the future still available here? Take a peek. So, Let's start scrolling down. We're looking for low age. So, I mean, like, Juracek is still here. David Juracek. He's got no X factors, so I think I'd like to stay away from that. William Eklund. He's still here. That's not a bad option. See what else we're looking at. We got Brant Clark, who's still here. No, I mean, if anything, I want to go for winning now. We can work towards the end of our cup window to build a rebuild. But I want to win now. So let's see. What do we got available here? We have Kochetkov available. He didn't really do it for us. Let's go ahead and just sort by overall here. Now, like Thatcher Demko, we could win with Thatcher Demko. We could win with Elias Samsonov. We will have to re-sign Samsonov, but I understand that. He can still grow throughout the first year. And if we have a winning team that first, I think he does grow to like an 87, 88. So I think an Elias Samsonov would be a great pick right here. So let's go ahead and grab that up. Now, if we're doing a win now and we have a little cup window, then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get a veteran for that first line to tie that all in. We got Gaudreau, we got Draisaitl, but someone like Pavelski on a 1 year would be great. He's still got his medium elite. He's got the two-way forward. He can slide over to center if he needs to, if one of them takes a penalty. Got good discipline, good offensive awareness, good defensive awareness. I think Pavelski is a great guy to toss on that first line with Draisaitl and Gaudreau. I think that's a really well-rounded first line, so we're going to go ahead and snatch up Pavelski. I think that's a really good pickup for at least year number 1 to win. I think that's a great pickup. So we got a lot of picks in between this and our next pick. So now we're starting to drop off here. Now, I think immediately we need to grab up our second pairing on defense. So we already have a Morgan Riley, who's an offensive defenseman. I'm pretty sure they might have him as two-way. They do have him as two-way, but I classify him as an offensive defenseman, so maybe someone on the defensive side of the two-way. So, I mean, like, I wouldn't be opposed to Justin Falk. I think he fits in I mean, it shows offensive for him. Let's see here. I mean, Esa Lindell isn't ideal as, like, the top pairing. Let's see. I mean, to me, Justin Falk looks like the best option here. He got a decent salary. He'll be good for probably the next he'll probably be good for the next 3 or 4 years, and then that rebuild starts. We're going for a cup window right away, so I'm going with Justin Falk. All right, so now is when we have to start looking at where is our depth coming from. So we have 42 mil still available, which is pretty good. Now, let's go ahead, and we're just going to look at forwards here. Now, we've got someone like Tom Wilson, who we could toss on that second line. We got Philippe Deneau. He's not bad. He's got X factors. He's a two-way forward. He is a center. He's got great defensive stats, and he's still got decent offensive stats. So someone like Philippe Deneau on the second line would be pretty good. I would want to grab him a playmaker and a sniper to work with, but I think this is honestly our best pick here, is Deneau. As far as money goes, I mean, Jonathan Marchessault isn't bad, but he's got the top 6. So does Deneau. I mean, Deneau is top 9. So actually, Jonathan Marchessault might be our best option here. He is a playmaker. So we chalk off our playmaker for the second line. We're going to go ahead and get Marchessault for the second line. I actually like that a lot. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Marchessault. I think we still got I think our cap is still under control here. Now let's see, just all players available. So another second line player. We have our playmaker. Now, someone like Taylor Hall. He still has a medium elite. He's also a playmaker. I think I'd like to stay away from that. Let's go ahead and just sort by best shooting category. So we're looking at, like, even Mantha wouldn't be awful. We have an Anders Lee. He's a sniper. He's a power forward. He kind of works like a sniper. He's a lot of money for a long time. Eli Tolvanen. Eli Tolvanen wouldn't be bad, but I don't think he's a second liner. I think we could grab him up later in the draft. So let's go ahead and sort by overall again. We're just going forwards. Now, to me, I mean, Zuccarello, he's top 6 high. He's a playmaker as well. I think that power forward might not be a bad option with but he's a lot of money for 4 years. What about someone like a Vander Kane? Power forward, he can definitely shoot on that second line. I think someone like a Vander Kane might not be a bad pickup. Taylor Hall, it does show playmaker, but he's got great shooting stats. Sorry, guys. My throat is getting a little wonky. I've done a lot of recording today. What about someone like Tyler Toffoli? He's got the sniper, so he'll default shoot, I think. Let's look at his career stats. Is he a shooter? He has been in the past. When he's played a lot of games, he does average a lot of shots. So, honestly, I think someone like Toffoli might not be a bad option for that second line right wing. We're going to go ahead and grab up Toffoli. I think that's a really good pick right there. I think that's a really good pick for the win now team. All right, so we need a two-way forward for that second line. But we're going to go ahead and look at defensemen here. Now, we've got someone like Larson for that second line. Wouldn't be bad. Adam Larson, he's a defensive defenseman. I'd like to stay away from defensive. What about Brady Shea? Brady Shea looks good to me. 2 at 5.2. I can pay that to a second line defenseman. Yeah, I think I could do that. Elite medium. That's weird. It doesn't show the locked in, but he's already 28. We're going to go with Brady Shea. He's going to play our second line defensive spot there. Now, let's see here. I think now we want to fill out our top two offensive lines, because our bottom six is definitely going to be more depth picks. We're going to go ahead and fill out that last four spot. So let's got okay, so that last forward spot on the second line. Now we need that two-way forward, right? I was looking for a two-way forward, so someone like Brian Rust might not be bad. Got that two-way forward. 6 years at 5. I mean, I can always flip that for somebody else. That's not too bad. Yeah, honestly, I think Brian Rust is probably a good option there. He's got the two-way forward. He's got good defensive stats. I can toss him on the penalty kill. He can still shoot. He can still do playmaking. Got good discipline. I think that Brian Rust is probably our best option here. So let's go ahead and put money into Brian Rust. All right. And okay. So our webcam froze again. Give me half a second. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, we are back. So I don't know why the webcam keeps doing that. I'm not entirely sure. I will try to fix it after this recording for future recordings, but we're just going to go ahead and pump through this for now. So, what are we looking at here? Now, we don't have a backup goalie yet. Let's see what's available for backup goalies. Yeah, we've still got goalies to choose, so I'm not worried about a backup goalie. Yeah, we've still got a whole bunch to choose, so I'm good there. Okay, so... Wait, what did I do? Okay, so Draisaitl as my first line center. Oh, I didn't take a second line center. Russ take faceoffs? Not. Can Toffoli take faceoffs? Not really. What about Marcius? Not really. Okay. I might have just done something bad there. Let's see. I mean, I could just stomach it and go Taves. I don't want to go Johansson. Oh, I mean, we're starting to get really low. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to toss Marchessault on that second line center spot. I think that's going to be our plan there. And the other thing is we could toss Marchessault on the first line, toss Pavelski on the second line, or something along those lines. I could split it up. Pavelski could be that second line center. We'll figure that out for sure. But we've got our forwards taken care of. Let's get our second defensive pairing taken care of. So, I mean, someone like Gustafsson isn't bad. That's definitely cheap money. He shouldn't want much coming off of that. That saves us room now to get some more expensive depth pieces, even if they're only for, like, if they're for 1 year. That definitely saves us some money. But is that our decent pick here? I mean, like, I think so. I think Gustafsson is probably our best pick here. Yeah, I think we're going to go Eric Gustafsson. All right. Let's go and get that guy loaded up. All right. And then let's go ahead and, all right. So now we got to fill out our depth. So we're going to focus on forwards here. Let's see here. Actually, we got a decent backup goalie we can grab up now. All right, available? Yeah, we do. Okay. So, let's see here. I mean, a 1 year on Quick isn't bad. He's still got elite high, so he shouldn't really drop off too much. Jake Allen, Martin Jones wouldn't be a bad pickup at 2 mil. Casey DeSmith wouldn't be a bad pickup at 1.8. Yeah, I think we go Casey DeSmith. I think that's a good pickup. We lock in our backup right now. Actually, I mean, Reimer at an 84, 2 point... Yeah. 2.25 for Reimer for this year. That's a very good pickup for us here. All right. Let's go ahead and see what else we're with. Now we got a pretty soon pick here. We got 5 picks or 6 picks later, something like that. Okay, so now we're looking for depth. We got our bottom 6 to work with. So, let's see here. Someone like Trevor Moore wouldn't be bad. Plus 20. He's got the playmaker. What else do we got here? Ryan Strome. That's a lot of money for our bottom 6. I don't really want to do that. Let's just sort it out to... Oh, make pick here. Let's just sort it out to forwards. Okay, so what we're actually going to do here is I want to focus just on defensive stats. So obviously Taves is going to be up there. But what decent... Okay, so Glendening we can drop on our 4th line. But like Adam Lowry for our 3rd line center spot isn't bad. I like that. Okay, we have our 3rd line center in Adam Lowry. 3.2 mil isn't bad for that as well. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going defense for our bottom 6. That's the way I kind of want to build this to see if that works. Okay. Back to forwards. Back to sorting by defense. Now, Foligno's not a bad option for that 3rd line left wing spot. The grinder, he's got great defensive stats. Yeah, I think I'm taking Foligno as our 3rd line left wing. Yep, we're going ahead and grab Foligno up. All right, I like that. Okay, so we got 3rd line center and left wing taken care of. Let's go look for a right wing now. All right, right wingers. Let's go ahead and sort by defensive stats. Here we go. All right, so not too much great stuff here. We can go ahead and get Corey Perry. He's still got elite high. He's not going anywhere. He's also got the grinder. Great defensive stats. He can still shoot the puck. I think getting some veteran leadership like Perry for that cheap would not be bad. He's got elite high, so he's not going to drop off. Even if he drops to like top 6, his overall shouldn't drop off of an 81. So I like Corey Perry there. Now, that is a bit of a low overall for that 3rd line, but I think he's still... I think that's just because of his speed and everything. I think we're still good there. All right, so back to centers. Now we want Luke Glendening, I think. Yeah, Luke Glendening for that 1 year. Now, if he drops to AHL, that really hurts. But the defensive stats is all... I'm hoping he keeps the puck out of the net. That's all I care about. And with that 87-90, 87-87, that is unreal. That's a penalty killer right there. That's our 4th line center. I like that a lot. I like Luke Glendening down there a lot. All right, so next thing is we also got to grab up our 4th line wingers. So let's go ahead and go to left wingers, see what's available for that 4th line as far as defensive goes. We got Cogliano, 1 year top 9 high. He wants 4.5. He wants 5 mil. Miles Wood wants 3. Do we just grab Cogliano? Hope he doesn't drop. I mean, I think he drops off, though, but he's got very decent defensive stats. It's his physical that's dragging down his overall. So if his physical keeps dropping off, that's not that big of a problem. Gerard Belmar, no, we don't really want the 103 games played. What? That's unreal. Yeah, I think we're going to go Cogliano here. Make sure we have the right guys selected. Cogliano, Glendening, I like a lot. I like these picks. That should be a good defensive 4th line. Go ahead and grab up that right winger now. Let's see who we got available. I think this one's going to be a lot more slim pickings. So, looking at like Nola Chari, we have a little bit of money left, but we still need that 3rd defensive pairing. So someone like Nola Chari might be able to do it for this year. He's got decent defensive stats. What about Jonas Donskoy? I mean, that's more money than I really want to pay. What about Garrett Garnet Hathaway, that grinder? Yeah. That grinder right there. I like Garnet Hathaway. There we go. We got our grinder line. All right, so we got our forwards taken care of. All right, so we need that 3rd defensive pairing. And then we're just going to grab up some depth picks. So, let's see. Defenseman here. Okay, so we don't want to spend too much money. So someone like a Trevor Van Riemsdyk wouldn't be bad. We got him on a really good deal if we grab him too. Defensive defenseman. He's got good discipline, undrafted with good defensive stats. Now let's see. So if we're just looking to keep the puck out of the net, let's see what we got here. So we could go Edler. I mean, that's really high in age. He could easily drop off there. Same with Giordano. I mean, Giordano for year number 1 probably wouldn't be bad. He's got elite low. Even if he drops to top 4, then his overall still shouldn't really drop. So I think Giordano is going to be who we're going to pick up for that bottom line. All right. Now let's go ahead and grab our last roster player. And then we got to grab up some depth. So what we're going to look at here is we're going back to defenseman. All right, let's go ahead and sort by defensive capability. And we're looking at, I mean, Edler's top 4. If he drops to top 6, he could drop down like an 80, 79. So I kind of want to stay away from that. Let's see here. Dylan DeMello. Still a little more money than I truly want to pay. Mark Pysyk. He's got good defensive stats. He's cheap. 86, 87, 87. Trevor Van Riemsdyk just technically is a better defender than he is. He blocks shots a little better. Yep, we're going to go ahead and grab Trevor Van Riemsdyk for that bottom pairing as well. All right, so now we're just looking for depth picks. So let's see who's available here. We got a little bit of money to work with. We definitely have enough to grab up depth picks. Now, let's see if there's anyone even remotely left with any potential. Let's see here. Lambert, we could go ahead and grab up for the AHL. That wouldn't be bad. We can go ahead and grab Brad Lambert up. 18. Oh, we could try to make that. Dumai, we could grab up. You know what? We're going to hurt. Right? Next pick here, Dumai wouldn't be a bad option for us. I think that Dumai would probably be, I mean, grabbing up those prospects would probably be really good for the AHL. So I think I might go ahead and grab up Dumai. Yeah. No, we're focusing on now. We're focusing on now. So we have one guy, but now we're gonna go ahead and grab our depth for now. Okay. So, all right. So what are we working with here? So let's go ahead and we're gonna grab up 2 forwards. No, I mean, like, that's too much money for depth. Let's see here. Parise, he's gonna drop off during the year. Nick Dowd could drop off, but Nick Dowd probably wouldn't be a bad pickup. Boyd probably wouldn't be a bad pickup. Sam Gagne would also not be a bad pickup. You know, we're gonna grab up Boyd for sure. And then I also saw Jesper Fost there. Or not Jesper Fost. Who was it that I saw? Go back to forwards. I saw, yeah. Jesper Fost. Okay. Realistically, that wouldn't be a bad pickup as well. Maybe some goal scoring when depth drops out. What about Nick Bonino? Nick Bonino would also be good. You know what? We're going to grab up centers. All right, so we got our 2 depth picks. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab our defensive depth. We're going to grab up 2. And then I think we're good here. So let's go ahead and go to defenseman. All right, so we're picking up our depth here. So who do we got? Someone like Pysyk wouldn't be bad. I think grabbing Pysyk for injuries would be good. Let's go ahead and get him signed up. And then we're going to go ahead and grab... Let's see, who do we got? Let's grab up... John Merrill? John Merrill might not be bad. Yeah, I like those stats. Let's grab up John Merrill for another depth pick. All right, and then realistically, I would like to grab a goalie in case one of ours go down. So, let's see. We got 2.1 mil in space. All right, so goalies here. Let's see. So, we're working with... All right, let's see here. So, someone like Riddick might not be bad. David Riddick. Yeah, I like Riddick. Let's go ahead and grab up Riddick as our depth goalie. He can be an AHL starter for now. And then when someone gets injured, he comes up. I'm good with that. Okay. So, I think we're good here. I think that's everybody we need to grab up. I didn't mean to click sim to user pick. Let's go ahead and sim the rest of the draft. I'm okay with these guys being picked automatically. There's not any notable players to take a peek at. Okay. So, I think we're all good there. I do think we have a very competent team here. But every other team is going to have pretty much just as competent of a team. The fact that we got Goudreau all the way down to 61 kind of surprises me. It might be because of his salary. But let's go ahead and look at what kind of team we field. Or what kind of team we put on the ice. Let's see here. So we are working with, let's go ahead and go to edit lines here. All right, so this is what we're looking at. Now, it does show Pavelski. We're leaving that off. Shows Pavelski on that bottom line. I want him on the top line getting that line a +5. We can have Draisaitl playing like a 99, Goudreau playing like a 94, Pavelski playing like a 92. That is big. Okay, and realistically, that's pretty much exactly how I wanted it. Now, Marchessault is going to have to... Oh. So, Toffoli has to take center time? What happens if I do something like that? How's Foligno's face-off? 65. What about Perry? 65. Yeah, I mean, no, we're just going to leave it like that. Toffoli's getting second line center time. What do they got for defense here? Now, a -1 for these guys. I think we're going to run it like that. I think that looks good to me. A bit of a weak defensive core, but we have goalies to make up for it and a very good forward core, at least a very good top 6 when it comes to the draft, and specifically the top line. So, I think we're good there. Nick Bonino, they have down there. Let's see, is there a reason that he's down there, or should he be up? No, he's fine to be down there. What do we have on scratched? Boyd and Lambert. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is, realistically, just to see exactly what team we're going to put out there, we're going to go ahead and get to the regular season here. Now, we're not going to do any simulation in this video. I am going to keep these videos a little bit shorter than the last series. But let's go ahead and sim to regular season here. Now, I don't see a reason why our top line doesn't produce. Now, if there's anybody else that we need to, like, if there's any other reason we need to, like, if there's any other reason we have to lose. All right, let's see. So preseason is complete. Okay. So let's go ahead and just go to roster moves here. Let's get the depth pieces the exact way we want them. Now we have 20 skaters here. Lambert, we definitely want sent down. There we go. And then we definitely want... Okay, so let's see. We've got 19 up here. So our one depth is, well, Boyd. So our one depth is Boyd. So we want another forward and then a defenseman. So we're going to go Bonino up. And we're going to go, yeah, Pissick can go ahead and come up. There we go. Okay, so those guys are going to be scratched for a majority of the year. Unless injuries happen. But I think we have a pretty, let's go best AHL lines. But we're going to go ahead and... All right, so let's go ahead and hop over to the NHL. Let's edit lines really quick. All right, so yeah, that's exactly the way we want that set up. I like that a lot. Now defense, yep, I'm good with that. All right, let's go ahead and just take a look. We got goalies, Samsonov in the starter spot for sure. Scratched, we have Boyd, Pissick, and Bonino. Looks good to me. Okay, so we got the depth. I'm not too worried about that. We have our star power up top. Now, our first line power play should be pretty good with Riley, and yeah, that's really good. Okay, So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we're ready to get into simulation. We're not going to do it in this video, though. We're going to go ahead and leave that for episode 2. And we will hop into the regular season. Let's see. So we will hop into regular season. We'll go ahead and just sim to this game, so we're ready when the next video starts against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we'll go ahead and we'll catch you guys in that one. Peace.